What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another AJAXCAST. We got a special one for y'all. We got face cams. I'm here with the Beam and Lotso the Bear. Season 8. Episode 8. Season 1, House of the Dragon. Episode was unbelievable. We got a lot of big twists that happened. A lot of unexpected things, and I guess some expected things. But my big takeaways from the show are really Damon and Aemon. There's a lot of things we'll end up talking about throughout the whole episode, especially through this whole Ajax cast. But overall, what did you guys think of the episode?
Game recognized game. I'm sure
Yeah,
out there, Eamon has a poster of Damon on his wall.
Oh, dude, he's got multiple
No doubt
posters.
about
he
it.
worships him for sure.
He loves him.
Dude, when
Yeah.
when Damon sliced through Vaemon's head, and he just dropped, and then Aemon was staring at him. You know, Aemon had to go change his pants after that. 100%.
That's my daddy right there. Viserys is my father.
He said,
Damon's
"Damn,
my daddy.
I want them toes too."
Daemon got them toes. But he doesn't want tongues. He let Viserys keep the tongue, or let Vaemon keep his own tongue. But yeah, I think that was really, that was the climax of the episode. You get to see Daemon slashing down Vaemon for talking shit, running his mouth to some absolutely false accusations. Rhaenyra's kids.
Absolutely false.
Rhaenyra's kids.
Definitely false. Definitely not true.
They are
Those
not
are
bastards.
rumors. Nothing but rumors.
Nothing
is what
but
they are.
rumors. Nothing but rumors. So that was a really cool scene to see. And I love how mysterious Daemon is in public settings. He's silent, but when he needs to act, he does it. We saw when he
My
stopped
favorite part is
Kristoff-
they said, "Disarm him." No need.
No need.
No need.
Cleans off his blade.
I love that.
But Damon's just been kind of mysterious. He's really quiet in public settings, but when he needs to, show himself and cause a scene or an act, he does it. It's just really great writing, I think, when it comes to everyone who's put together the show. His writing for his character has been unbelievable, and I'm hoping we say the same thing about Aemon, because whoever casted Aemon needs a fucking raise. He didn't do much this episode. All he did was stare, and then his combat skills and his
I'm
fight
so excited.
yeah, his fight choreography was incredible just from those little scenes we saw. So he's gonna be insane to watch. He'll be like a Kit Harington, where they're praised for how well they do their fight choreography and their swords play and whatnot. But what all did y'all think when it came to those two? And we saw the big stare down multiple times. But what do y'all think? I guess is the key takeaways from it. I mean, obviously we said that Daemon was Aemon's daddy. It's not even close.
I mean, I think honestly, Aemon is going to be the Greens version of Damon.
Mm-hmm.
If you need somebody to get their hands dirty, do the war crimes, it's going to be Aemon.
Yeah.
And so I think he's going to be the parallel for them, honestly.
Yeah. And how about Jace landing that right hook on Aemon, and the dude didn't flinch. He took it and he ate that shit.
Yeah, honestly, Jace reminds me a little bit of Rob Stark.
Yes.
Super honorable and everything, which probably means I know how that guy's going to get the Kinslayer title. But still, though, I'm rooting for him.
Yeah. I guess another big point of the episode is quit fucking naming your kids Aegon. Quit. That's gonna cause the whole civil war right there, because everyone wants to name their fucking baby Aegon.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting because Aegon's kind of held up as almost the godlike figure for the Targaryens. And he was the greatest Targaryen ever. So I guess it kind of makes sense that they're trying to name all their kids Aegon just to replicate some of that success.
Yeah, kind of like how nowadays, to replicate shittiness and bitchiness, people rename their daughters Karen. Just to keep the trend going. But
Or Darren.
Keith, gross ass name. But
The one guy that subscribed to us named Keith just unsubscribed.
sorry, Keith.
I was
Sorry,
about to say,
Keith. Sorry,
Days,
Keith.
probably turning away.
Yeah, if your name's Aegon, I'm sorry. You need to go change your name right fucking now.
Yeah, honestly, bad luck.
Yeah, that leading up to Viserys' death was unfortunate, which, I mean, I hate to see Viserys go, because, I mean, even when that motherfucker was sick, his face was rotting, he still climbed up to the Iron Throne, showed the fuck up with all the pain he was in to protect his daughter, the true heir to the throne, and, really show that he is a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, I never thought I would see a scene of an old man walking to a chair and think he is super badass for it.
Yeah,
It's
Right? Like
true.
that was such an
see if I
incredible
have some of
scene
it. I may have
that I
some.
really got to give him
Yep.
props. Like he literally used the last bit of his strength to try to save his daughter,
Yeah.
and it probably killed him. That's probably what did it.
Yeah. Honestly,
That
it.
entire day of what he went through,
Mhm.
like last bit of his strength, and he's still just trying to set everything right. Like I remember I was watching like post credits, they were talking with the actors, and the actor for this, Patty Constantine,
Yep.
was saying that Viserys values duty over everything, and that's what this partly was.
Hmm.
Using the last bit of strength to set things right in the Seven Kingdoms before he goes.
Yeah.
And so because of that, yeah, he wasn't a great king, but he was a good person,
Hmm.
and he definitely deserved better than what happened.
Did you see him? Could you kind of paint the parallel that they were trying to portray him as like Ned Stark, but as a kingly version?
I mean, I guess I could see it. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of tragic. He's basically another example of when a good person comes into power and why they're not always effective because of that. Because
Hmm.
honestly, your empathy can kind of get in the way
Yeah.
when it comes to kingship.
Yeah, which it's kind of crazy that he's that empathetic because that dude had to kill a bunch of motherfuckers to get to where he's at, like back when during the Great Conquest and all that kind of shit. Um,
Yeah, well, I mean, his family did. But I mean, he didn't. He wasn't really a
yeah,
warrior or anything.
yeah,
That's
but
the
yeah,
thing.
but that's what he grew up in, and like you'd kind of expect that to follow, but I guess we got all of that in Damon because Damon is like absolute warrior. Let me fight every motherfucker, and then
Yeah, I mean,
Aemon may be even worse.
it's a good example of like that old saying about the Targaryens, where every time one is born, the gods flip a coin, whether they'll be a genius or a mad one.
Flip that coin.
Yeah, and we got both
Yeah,
uh, Harris and Damon.
and then, so I thought the concept for the mask was really cool. How it was covering like half his face. It was pretty sick. But
I loved his mask.
yeah, but when he
Mhm.
took it off at dinner, like the face Damon makes, I want to see if I have it right here. But they have the Last Supper, is what you titled this, Tyler. Um,
Yes, that's what it is. The
yeah,
Last
the
Supper.
Last Supper. So, Viserys is here in the middle and whatnot, and he takes the mask off, and you see like his face is rotting. He's got like a hole in his face, like Harvey Dent from The Dark Knight. And then Damon makes his face like, "Ew, put your mask back on. Like, you're getting dead skin cells, dead skin flakes in the food." It was kind of like the equivalent to take my strong hand. That's what I thought. Um, but yeah, dude, just the tensions, the stare downs that happen within this, and then I was like, oh my god, Rhaenyra and Alicent's made up at the end of this. But nope, we have to go name all of our kids Aegon and just throw
I
another
mean,
wrench out there.
let's be honest here. Like, I feel like Allison was reaching, even though her kid was named Aegon. Like, I'm pretty sure she probably realized that he was just doing some incoherent rambling before he passed, and she just kind of saw an opportunity to take back some power. Like, I don't think that dinner was ever going to lead to anything long lasting, but it
Mm-hmm.
was still nice. It was a good scene.
Yeah.
We gave you a little bit of hope, before they took it away from you. And
Y-
that's pretty much how Game of Thrones is.
Yeah. And how about how Aegon starts off being an ass, and then Jace kind of counters, and I forget what it was, but then little brother Aemon had to step in for Aegon because that's how fucking weak that dude is.
It's hilarious to me too that like apparently Aegon is supposed to be the older one,
Mm-hmm.
yet Aegon looks like he's at least 10 years his
But
senior.
because it's what I said like in the preview that we did the Ajax Cast preview. Aegon has had everything handed to him. He hasn't done nothing but drink, sleep with women. He doesn't train. While Aemon has worked his ass off every single day. Like we saw him best Sir Criston in that quick little clip, like it was nothing, like it was a cakewalk. And he was able to notice that his nephews came up while he was fighting. Like the dude's a
That scene was
savage.
so cold.
That scene was awesome. We'll have clips coming to that, some edits coming in soon. But I mean, also the actor that's playing it, Egon, is older than the actor that is playing Aemond as well. So
Yeah,
that just happens to be the thing. Um, I mean, and you see that with siblings too. As they get older, like there's some that'll look older, some that'll look younger. And I mean, if you're drinking every day, not training, not working out, like Aemon is, like Aemon's working his ass off. Like he's gonna keep those great features or those better features. He's gonna have that incredible jawline that he was walking in with. I was like, right here, I'm like, daggum, dude.
And what kind of workouts do you think he does for that jawline?
I think he has a
He
picture
does
of
chin ups.
no, I think
Does
he has
those
a
chin-ups?
picture of Damon, and he
So
puts
he does it with just his chin, right?
he has a picture of Damon in his room, and he puts something right in Damon's crotch area. That's how he works out his jaw, right there.
Yeah, but he's going to be interesting though. I really look forward to seeing what's the eventual fight between Aemon and Daemon.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's going to happen at some point in a civil war, and I'm here
Oh,
for it. It's
it
going to be
is.
interesting.
And I think Aemon thought about fighting him right there when Damon kind of stood in front of him. But then I think he realized that he pissed off the wrong dragon and was like,
Yeah,
nope, exit scene
yeah. I think if
left.
I was him, I wouldn't take that risk either quite yet.
No.
He's gonna wait.
Hmm. I
He's
just,
he's gonna wait till Damon's like 80. Now he
It's
challenges
gonna
him.
no. They're definitely gonna have to fight at some point.
yeah, it's going to be sooner. It's going to be during the Dance of the Dragons, but
Yeah.
I'm interested to see because they're both really good swordsmen from what we know.
The only thing is Vagar will absolutely fuck up Damon's dragon.
Man, Damon's Dragon's like definitely not as big as Vagar, but I feel like it's definitely got more maneuverability and quick. It can get under like Vagar and
Bloodworm.
Yeah.
do some damage like that.
I could definitely see that too.
Yeah. Also, I just want to go and say this out like right now. Corlys isn't dead. He's not dead.
Well, he's not dead yet.
No,
No.
no, no, no. He's gonna recover. He's gonna recover. He's got the Valyrian blood.
I don't know. They like actually described how he got mortally wounded, and it doesn't sound good. He literally fell with like an open wound into the sea, which is filled with pathogens. So I really don't think he's gonna pull through this.
Tyler, two
But who
words.
knows?
2 words. Built different. He's built different.
I
That's
didn't
all
think
it
about
is.
that. I take that back then.
Hey, if Bootstrap Bill Turner can survive cannons being taped or strapped to his bootstraps at the bottom of the ocean, I think our boy Corliss can survive a little swim. That's all it was, Tyler. He just walked the plank, dove in, no big deal. Ignores gas
Gotcha.
throat.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bet he's gonna die, and then you're gonna bet that he serves Davy Jones.
Oh, the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, that's the twist the story goes with. He
Yeah.
becomes the undead sea snake.
Yeah, yeah. But I think another big thing about this episode was when George R. R. Martin came out and said, I have the quote exactly, but I can't see it right now. He was talking about how the show portrayed Viserys better than he was actually written. Is to sum up what George R. R. Martin said, which I think says a
Yeah.
lot. And I think that's huge coming in for anyone who's a fan of Game of Thrones or these sequel shows that are coming up, or I mean, even the rest of the season.
And most of the props for that should go to the actor.
Actor, casting, crew, and the writers, because the writers have been phenomenal. Like I was talking about earlier, we're rooting for. I mean, I've been hardcore rooting for Daemon since the beginning. I didn't give a fuck. I talked about it at the very beginning, but
Emily did just text me a good point, and she said she feels as though Rhaenyra definitely named their child Aegon out of spite.
oh, probably. Yeah, that's a.
Maybe.
I could definitely see that.
Well, she was also the only other person Viserys told that prophecy to, too. So she
Mm-hmm.
may have also named her son Aegon because of that prophecy.
Yep,
True.
which is more what I think. I think it would have been like the other way around. I could have seen Alicent doing that, rather than Rhaenyra. But hey, I wouldn't put it past her.
Well, I mean, consider too, like Alicent is still kind of a stranger to, the throne because I mean, for the longest time, the Targaryens didn't worship like the Seven or anything
Yeah.
like that. And then when they came back to King's Landing, Rhaenyra, they noticed how different it was. Like she was kind of starting to spread her roots there, kind of take over King's Landing,
Mm-hmm.
kind of assimilate it more into a Westerosi culture.
Her or
And
Otto
so
was.
I think it was both, honestly.
I think a little more
But
Otto,
like,
but yeah,
you think
both.
so? From what I recall, she was like in deep with like the Sept up there. So I think she is going to be going the path of the religious fanatic a little bit too.
Yeah, could
So it'll
definitely
be
see
interesting
that.
to see. But yeah, it seems like she's really trying to take parts of Westeros and turn it into her own. But she still had to win over the Targaryens and establish a legitimate line. And so she named her son Aegon to kind of pay tribute to the Targaryen dynasty and
Mhm.
their impact.
Yeah, and Tyler, how about our last episode we did where I talked about her daughter Helena? I think it's how you say it. Yeah. I said she was fucking weird, or that she was gonna be weird, and she's still fucking weird.
She can
She
tell the
is weird.
future.
Yeah, she's weird.
She can tell the
Did you
And
future.
guys see
she's married
that?
to her brother.
Yeah, there was something I can't remember.
Oh,
I'll
about
see if I can
the
find it.
the closed eye and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
how
she
they're
basically
foreshadowing
said
that.
how Aemon was going to have to lose his eye in
Yeah,
order to obtain a
and in order for
dragon.
him to obtain a dragon, he'd have to close an eye. Which,
So she's a fortune teller.
yeah. Let me read your
Ooh,
palm.
interesting.
Let me
You
read
got
your
an
palm.
oracle.
Hmm.
Interesting. Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm interested to see what happens with her then.
Yeah. She's likes
'Cause
playing with
she hasn't
bugs.
gotten, yeah, she hasn't gotten a lot of screen time yet, though. Like
Hmm.
we've seen her briefly in the past couple episodes, but she hasn't really been a major focal point yet.
Yeah.
So they'll probably explore her more in the later episodes too. But I'm interested now. I
Mhm.
didn't know that was a thing.
I also love this picture we have of them because like she's looking a little weird. Aemon's looking like a bad motherfucker that he is. Aegon is looking miserable, which I think he actually is. I think he's miserable with his own self. Kriston's over there being a dumb fuck, which he is. Alicent's a jealous bitch, and Otto Hightower is trying to figure out something to plan. Just saying, this sums up the whole show. This picture right here, right?
Yeah, completely objective. No opinions in there.
Yeah, not at all. Another big point that I wanted to bring up. I loved it when Rhaenys, the queen that never was, backed Rhaenyra and her son.
Even after she said she wouldn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. Which also makes me think that Corlys is gonna have another significant role for her to do something like that. Um, but
Well,
I
I have a
guess we'll have to
question
see.
too about that.
Yep, go
Do
for it.
you guys think no, do you guys think the reason Rhaenys supported Rhaenyra was because the king was there rather than Otto? Do you think that may have played a role in it? Like
No, I
actually
feel like
Otto was standing up there instead of Viserys coming in that one day. Do you think she would have changed her mind?
I don't think so, because they feel like they talked about it where they said Corliss. I feel like he would support Jace as well because like he said, he cares more about name
This is
than
Luke.
anything. Or yeah, Luke.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, technically, they have his name, whether they're blood or not. He knows they're not, Laenor's children,
Yeah.
but he doesn't care technically. I feel like they mentioned that where they said he cares more about name than anything.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, he mentioned that in the context of being in an argument though with Rhaenys about it, because it seems like Rhaenys did not support that originally.
My big thing for that is so Rhaenys has always felt like the crown should be hers, and that Viserys is well, almost kind of took it from her. Like she thought it would be hers. Viserys took it, and she just kind of got left over with the scraps, and she's kind of always been like one below him and whatnot. This would have been the perfect opportunity for her to kind of get back at him or just the rest of the family for her not being able to become queen, which is why I think if she still had the opportunity to, like, which she did, she could have said, "Oh, well, actually, Corliss changed his mind right before he left for battle and said, I want me and my daughters to rule the whatever rule the
Driftwood,
Driftwood
Driftmark.
throne." Yeah, the
Yeah.
Driftmark. And yeah, that was just mainly my thing when it comes to it, because it would have been her
Yeah,
getting
I don't
back at
know.
him.
Well, I mean, remember though they had a conversation around that too with Corliss and her, and she made it very clear. I think it was in the actual same argument about their parentage,
Hmm.
where she mentioned like, I don't really care that much about taking over the Seven Kingdoms. You're the one that is putting so much emphasis on the queen that never was and my potential power there,
Hmm.
and trying to do everything you can to put me at least as close to them in strength as possible.
Because he's a
So
badass.
I mean, I understand his point, but I don't know how much Rhaenys herself feels slighted anymore about it. Like, I feel like she's kind of over it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just thought part of her decision for why she supported Rhaenyra was because the king was there, right?
Okay.
And I feel like if she challenged him and tried to take the green side on it, she would have been screwed over. I think she realized that.
But she wouldn't have taken the green side. She would have taken the side for herself. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if he would have supported that either, though. I think he was pretty much dead set in I'm going to support Rhaenyra, which means I have to support Luke and Jace because the only reason why Luke wouldn't get Driftmark is if he was a bastard, and he knew
he's
that.
not.
She knew, and so yeah, I think that kind of affected her decision a bit.
Dude, he looks just like Laenor. I don't know what they're getting at. But,
Exactly. Was it the hair?
no. R.I.P. Vaymond, not really. He became a douchebag. God, accusing all these accusations. I hate it. Which
I mean, he wasn't wrong. He was just a whistleblower.
I honestly I didn't see him dying right there either. I didn't expect it when Damon went. Gah! Like, also one clean cut. It didn't stop. That blade went straight through like it was damn scissors cut through paper. It was easy.
Mhm.
And then Damon just effortlessly wipe my blade. No need.
Clink.
Yeah, I mean that's a classified, certified Game of Thrones moment right there.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it. It's like it can come from anywhere at any moment in the show.
Yeah, I absolutely loved it. And like the sound effect too when he cut through his head, just the shink. It was nice.
It was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna see some more clips of that in the future, some more scenes like that once the Civil War breaks out.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
rough, especially with the CGI dragons.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be
Maybe they'll do that
amazing.
to a dragon at some point.
If anyone
Who
could do it,
knows?
it'd be Damon. You know, Damon could take Vhagar one-on-one by himself. You know that, right?
I don't know that, but I'll go ahead and take your word for
Damon's
it.
goaded with the sauce, bro. It's easy. It's light work.
Maybe just the toes.
But just the toes, just his toes, he
Just
can take
the
down
toes.
Vhagar. But is there anything else you guys want to say about the episode?
I just feel horrible for Viserys. And that last scene, like when he finally died on his deathbed, that
Yeah.
was rough.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it really was interesting too. And like the last thing he did was like look at his ring to the one wife he actually loved.
Yeah,
I just felt bad for him in
I
that
know.
moment.
Oh, we also didn't mention that he called Rhaenyra his only child at one point.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
true. But then again, he was also I feel like we shouldn't read too much into it because he was like again on his deathbed and a bit incoherent. I
Yeah,
think
there
doped
was
up,
still some
bro.
meaning behind that because Rhaenyra is the
So,
only child with he had with
Aemma.
what's her name?
Emma.
Yeah.
Emma, yeah, the only wife he actually loved.
Yeah.
So
Um.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like it might have been like a memory issue too. Like when you get old like that, he was probably suffering from some other neurodegenerative disease or whatever. And the most recent memories are the ones to go away when that happens.
Mhm.
So he may have just honestly forgotten in the moment. But then again, it might be something else, some foreshadowing for later on.
I'll also tell you
I
what.
don't know.
I think Kriston has played a huge role in how, especially Aemon's been raised. So I could see Aemon just having like a fury rage for Rhaenyra, kind of like how Kriston had. You know, he called her a cunt and all that kind of shit because she
Hmm.
wouldn't leave and go eat oranges with him.
I have a question though. If Kriston had a chance to kill Rhaenyra in combat, like during the Civil War, do you think he'd do it?
No, because Daemon would step in and beat the fuck out of him again. That's what's
No,
gonna
no,
happen.
one on one. He has a chance to actually kill her right then and there in a Civil War. Does he do it?
Is it just them?
Just them two.
Just them? Where's it taking place at?
We'll say it's in the woods, like during a battle, and they get cut off from the main group. In
Well,
the
it's
audience.
like on the way to Dragonstone or towards the north, towards the
Doesn't
wall.
matter. Doesn't matter. Let's just say he's in the woods somewhere.
You can go first, Lotso. I'll go after you.
What do y'all
Well,
think?
I'm sorry, I was zoned out.
Okay, so basically, if Kriston and Rhaenyra encounter each other one on one, it's just them in the woods. Will
During the
he
Civil
kill
War.
her during the Civil War? Will he kill her? I think it really depends
Mm,
on who's dead at the time. if Daemon is dead and all of Rhaenyra's kids are dead and all that kind of stuff, no.
I
But
don't think so in general.
but if her kids are alive and everyone's still alive, which I don't think is gonna be the case, then yeah, he's gonna off her right there. But to come down to it, I don't think he actually will. And then something else will happen. Like we'll see a crazy twist if that were the case to happen. What do you think?
I don't think you would, honestly.
Mhm.
I think he's still just butthurt he got rejected.
Yeah.
Kind of kept
He's
that in his heart
simping
all the
hard.
years.
You know,
Yeah.
He's turned into an incel.
I think Rhaenyra would have done it if he hadn't recommended oranges. She just doesn't like oranges, bro.
She's more of a pomegranate gal for
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, like, she kind of gave him the best deal possible for what the situation was. Like, hey, we can still be together, just we can't marry. That's basically it.
Yeah, I mean, again, like going back to talking about this, like look how much they look like Lenore, dude. They look just
Oh,
like him,
exactly.
just like him.
They really could have been Christian Cole's son.
I know
They really could have been.
they could have easily casted him like that.
True.
Man,
Which son do you think is going to die first?
The younger one,
The younger one? Yeah, I could see it too.
Jace.
Jace, yeah, probably that makes sense. And then
Oh, by the way, wasn't Jace the one that took Aemon's eye? I'm like pretty sure
No,
it
we
No,
was him.
talked
Luke.
about this last
Luke.
time. We talked about this last
I know we
time.
did. I could have sworn though it was Jace.
It was
No,
Luke.
I'm pretty sure
Oh,
the way
wait,
it
the younger
was
one, yeah.
Aemon had Jace
On
like
the
in a
ground.
chokehold and was about to hit him with the rock,
And
and
then-
then Luke pulled out his knife and sliced his eye.
Yeah,
with
Ed,
it.
that
Yeah,
was
the
as
younger
Jace
one.
threw
I
dirt
got
in his
Jace and
eye,
Luke
and then he went.
Yeah.
They,
So yeah, he's probably going to be the one that gets killed.
yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to say? I've loved this series so far. It's been truly phenomenal. I'll even go and say it's been better than season 1 of Game of Thrones. Yeah, it's a little bit of recency bias, but that's something we could dive more into when the season's
I'm enjoying
finished.
it more.
Yeah. What do you think,
Yeah,
Tyler?
I mean, honestly, I think this is. I agree. I think it is probably better than season 1 of Game of Thrones. But I do want to point out too that this was episode 8, and that if we know anything about the Game of Thrones universe, episode 9 is when shit hits the fan. So
Mhm.
I'm really excited to see what happens in this next episode.
Yeah. Also,
I think this coming week is going to be the biggest one.
they had $20 million per episode, so that kind of helps out a ton.
Oh
But
yeah, no doubt.
yeah. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. We've loved all the support you guys have been giving us so far. We're hitting all of our goals as of right now. We also are on Spotify, so if you don't want to see our beautiful faces, you want to listen to Ajax One on the Go, check us out on Spotify. Check us out on all of our other social medias. I'll have it down in the bio, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.